Welcome to the 1989 UPA National Championships. My name is Steve Hook, this is Scott Gerst, and this is Andy Bornstein. We're going to be doing commentary during the game.
Well, the 1989 Men's Championship is between New York, the 1987 champions, and the 1988 champions, South Bay Tsunami.
Thanks a lot, Andy. We're looking forward to a great game.
And here's the pole, New York from left to right in the blue shirts, Skippy Kuhn with the pole. Thad Nodine about to catch for South Bay Tsunami. He walks it up. He fakes, pivots, looks left, throws right. Wide open, Bert Sick. Down the right side, looks to the middle, there's a swing. Steve Corlang with the disc. Looks left, looking left, throws, no. Wide open Thad. Thad's got the disc, Thad Nodine. Looks right. Has someone. Great grab, great grab. Brad Westmoreland with the disc. Play stoppage, probably a pick.
At this point in the game, the teams look like they're just feeling each other out, trying to establish a tempo for the game. We're going to be here for a long time today, folks.
Paul Shields of New York checking the disc against Brad Westmoreland. He holds up the disc, lets his team know he's ready, puts it in the play. Swing pass to Tom Funkhauser. Throw long into the goal! Rod with a great grab! Defense. He's got the disc. Quick transition to Blair O'Connor. Up, foul called. Mike. Blair O'Connor with the disc. Ron Papanak with a great off-man block to save a goal. Looks like a foul in the middle of the field. John Gewirtz was fouled by Tom Funkhauser. Blair O'Connor will get the disc back. It's already a fast-paced game. This will be a game to 21. First team to 21 will be national champion. John Gewirtz will have the disc. It was an uncontested foul, about 15 yards away from the New York, or the Tsunami goal. He's going downfield. This is New York's first offensive possession. Funkhauser guarding tight. Gewirtz looks. Got Blair O'Connor in the flat, near the sideline. Steve Corlang on Blair. Blair O'Connor pivots, fakes, looks off, throws upfield. Eric Connor, Cochran with a great grab. He almost lost it. Throws the swing. Gewirtz wide open. Long throw to Bill Rodriguez. He's up. It's a goal over Bert Sick. 1-0 New York. Here's a pull from New York. Kevin Worston. Bert Sick with the disc. Throws over to Noel Kaufman. Kaufman looks, settles. Got Thad Nodine wide open on the flat. Looks left. Bert Sick. Hard running by both teams. Thad Nodine's wide open on the left side. Oh, here's the flow going in. It's a throwaway. Oh, my God. Now New York's transition offense. Mike Yonda with the disc on the right side. Looks left, sideline. Skip Kuhn make a cut. Wide open Mike Turoff. Oh, foul called.
For those of you looking for referees, you won't find any. If you're new to the sport of ultimate, for the last 20 years since the sport was founded, there has never been a referee making calls of the game. The players take care of that themselves.
Turoff throws right. Great grab. Dennis. I think I called him Kevin earlier. His name is Dennis Worston. He fakes. He looks. Throws down the sideline long. It's up. Walter's got it. No, no goal. Off Walters and Chris Phillips' hands. Howard Jaffe, Dr. Howard Jaffe. No one's open. Hammer, upside down throw. Thad Nodine. Fakes long. Inside out throw. Nice grab to Bert Sick, midfield. Looks right, throws. Noel Kaufman, Andy Sheeman guarding him. Bert Sick with a diving grab. Walter Van Schaft on him. Sick trying to find someone open. Fakes. Throws inside out to Howard Jaffe. Left side. Guarded by Chris Phillips. Noel Kaufman. Andy Sheeman with an attempted foot block. Looks right, left. Left, throws. Bert Sick. Tsunami very cautious, working the disc upfield. Bert Sick looking right. Hammer upfield. Wide open. No! Did not get to it. Thad Nodine diving attempt. Being guarded by Rick Geyer. Throws inside out upfield. Skip Kuhn, beautiful lead throw. He's got the disc. Will he throw it up? No. Settles over to Mike Yonda. Yonda being guarded by Masher. Throws. Walter drops it. Looks up. A little too early. Thad Nodine controls. Over to Geyer on the right sideline. Throws long. Finger flick long. Wide open Masher. Ew, it's off his hands. Wide open. Mistake. Can't believe it.
A couple of errors right there. Walter looking up before trying to throw before he actually had the disc. But a good sign for Tsunami is they pumped one into the end zone, and maybe that'll loosen him up a bit, even though it was dropped in the end zone.
You're right. Both teams look very tense. Yonda with the disc. Inside out upfield. Skippy. Great. Oh, good attempt. Little long. Thad Nodine has the disc. Looks right. Got man open to his left. Hits Masher. Being guarded by Mark Yonda. Long point. See who controls. Kaufman up wing. And another throwaway.
Very uncharacteristic of a men's finals here. Early in the game, a lot of turnovers. You won't usually see that in a men's finals game. But again, we're playing in front of a big crowd, and that's unusual for a lot of these guys. So maybe they're just a little bit tense. It's only 1-0. We got a long way to go. This game is to 23.
No, to 21.
This game is to 21. So we got plenty of time to go for them to work out the kinks. And I guarantee as the game goes on, you won't see as many errors as you're seeing right now.
Chris Phillips slowly walking the disc up the line, trying to get his team settled. Rick Geyer on him. He was in the same situation before. He threw a backhand up the sideline. He doesn't do it this time. He's looking, throws a hammer, it's blocked, but he makes a great grab. Rick Geyer blocked the hammer throw upfield, up to Dennis. Fast pace. Dennis looks, foul call.
After he'd been blocked, that takes a lot of presence on the field.
Really excellent reflexes by Chris Phillips. Had the disc blocked in his face, grabbed it, put it back into play, and threw upfield for a completion. Disc has been stopped. Foul was called. Vince Birch, who was the intended receiver on the earlier throw into the goal, is marking Dennis. Dennis throws long to the wing, wide open. Oh, it's out of bounds. It's no play. No play. Oh my God. Right in front of us, Thad Nodine went over a cameraman. He's hurt.
Again, Andy, these players are not used to playing with all this equipment on the sideline. There's a lot of media attention surrounding this final. And as characteristic of Ultimate players, they go all out. They don't worry about who's in the way or what's in the way.
Each team is allowed to make an injury sub. Mike Turoff has the disc here on the near side.
The guy with the camera and the microphone is looking kind of shaken up also.
That happens. Dr. Howard Jaffe about to put the disc in, being guarded by Mike Turoff. Swing pass, a little high, great grab by Westmoreland. Throws upfield, wide open Jaffe, being marked by Turoff. Jaffe looks, throws a blade cross field, great grab by Rick Geyer. Something happened over there, maybe a travel. It's going to go back. A lot of calls. Should mention that Thad Nodine, when he got up, got a big round of applause from the capacity crowd here today. Let's see what's going on.
It wasn't involved in the play, so they're going to pick up and play from where the disc
right.
is over here on the right sideline.
It wasn't a travel. So we have the disc. Geyer will put the disc in. He's being marked by Chris Phillips. They've already established an adversary already, a good rivalry. We'll see what happens here.
For those of you who read the rules, technically this is a non-contact sport, but you will see a lot of bodies banging, and if you want to count contact with the ground, this becomes a very demanding...
Long throw up the sideline, excuse me, and it's overthrow. No.
You got a hand on that.
Yeah. Nice block. Let's see what happens here. John Gewurz walking the disc up, right corner, in his own goal line. New York in a set offense. Look for them to run one guy to the right, one guy upfield. There's the one guy upfield, one guy to the right. That's who gets it. Mike Yonda. Fakes, pivots, not being marked. Got guys left to his right now open. Look, count's getting up. What will happen here? Throws. Dennis Worston with the disc. 15 yards out. Throw. Nice grab by Chris Phillips. Being marked by... Mike Yonda has a disc upfield. Thrown. Great grab by Skippy Kuhn. Skippy marked by Noel Kaufman. It's a long point. Count. Salt. Throws cross field. Dave lobs with it. Oh, almost got it. John Gewertz picks it up. Throws. For the goal. That point was like 15 minutes long. Nice play, John.
Unforced errors.
Here's the pull. New York pulling off. Hayward with the disc. Thrown upfield. Westmoreland looks, throws. Wide open. Dave Hill hits. See who he hit. Marty Sazak. Kerry Carter with the pull for South Bay. They're down 2-1. Here's the toss. Into the right corner, lands in bounds. Kareem Boston with the disc. Walks it up, throws cross field to Pat King. Throwaway! Unbelievable, unforced error. Kerry Carter with the disc. This could be big, very important point. Pat King marking Kerry. Looking for a cut, no. Foul called.
Very tentative looking throw. For those of you who have never played in men's finals before, when you try to throw that backhand cross field, you get nervous and you shorten up on your wrist a little bit, and that's exactly what happens. He missed his man by a good 5 feet.
Kareem seemed tentative. He tried to pick up the disc and was about to throw, then decided to walk up to the line. Once he got up to the line, kind of shanked the backhand cross field to Pat.
I'm sure by the 5th or 6th goal he'll be...
Early jitters. Earlier, though, I should mention that Tsunami scored on a long throw, which was caught by Dave Hill. Here, disc is in. Kerry Carter puts it into Marty Stazak. It's 2-2.
Just as quickly as that, they've tied the game up, and that's got to be very good for Tsunami.
Kerry Carter with the pull, 2-2. New York, South Bay. Kareem Basta back in the middle of his end zone, lets it hit, and will walk it up. Kareem walks it up, being guarded closely. Inside out backhand up to Pat King. Looks long, being guarded by Kerry Carter. Upfield, Kenny Dobbins. Dobbins with Marty Stazak on him. Dump throw over the top to Dave Blau. Blau being guarded by Rick Geyer. Blau fakes over to Pat King. Pat steadies, looks, keeps looking right. Pick called, play stops. Kerry Carter with the disc. Will be putting it into play. Sets his D. Pat makes a call. Throws wide open to the right side is Dave Blau. And it's goal, 3-2, New York. Calling him out of bounds. Oh my God, he was OB. He was wide open, couldn't stay in. Good idea by Pat, just didn't get there.
The gentleman in the yellow shirt over there is one of very many staff members who have done a wonderful job with this tournament. He is called an observer, and he is there in case of any disputed calls. The players on the field may ask for help, whether the player was in or out. It's very helpful to have him over there, and the observer clearly indicated that the player was out of bounds.
That being the case, Hayward Robinson puts the disc in play, being guarded by Billy Rodriguez. Throws cross field to Marty Stazak. Stazak throws to Kerry Carter. Kerry looks left. They're near their goal. Has a man open. Grab by Geyer. Upfield. Nice grab by Carter. Carter being guarded by Dobbins. Throws down the right side. Marty Stazak with the disc. Being guarded by Rodriguez. Fakes right. Looks left. He's got the swing. Moving the disc very well. Hayward Robinson fakes, throws. Wide open Geyer on the right side, about 15 yards away. Pat King guarding closely, throws inside out backhand for the goal.
Beautiful throw there.
I don't know, I gotta find out who caught that.
Pace of this game is real fast so far. And a lot of that can be attributed to the weather. We got about 70 degrees and absolutely no wind to speak of, Andy. So the pace of the game is going to continue to be extremely fast.
Dave lobs at the pole, throws deep. Back to retrieve the throw off is Mike Yonda. Lets it hit.
This is a little more excited right now. They've got the lead for the first time in the game, and it looks like they're ready to buckle down and play some defense.
Well, they've made a 3-goal run. Mike Yonda walks slowly up, brings the disc up into play on his goal line, looks, throws across field to Matt Jefferson. Good grab. Flow's moving. Fakes, throws the inside out. Nice grab. Skip Kuhn on the left side. About 15 yards up. Throws to Dennis. Dennis Worson looks long. No. Being forced into the middle. Looks off. Got Mike Nevins wide open. Grabs the disc. Pick called. It'll come back. It's thrown back to Dennis Worston.
Pick call simply means that the defender thinks that somebody from the offense got in his way and prevented him from playing defense on his man.
Brad Westmoreland on the mark.
That's a good matchup right there. I expect to see those guys jumping head-to-head in the end zone a couple times before this game is over.
New York must score. Let up 3 in a row. Foul called. No play. Not in play. It'll come back. Foul called in the middle of the field. Dave Hill arguing that Matt Jefferson pushed off in order to get open.
First little display of emotion there.
Dennis, mostly known as a goal scorer, is getting the disc a lot in the midfield. Look for him to throw an outlet pass. He has the ability to throw inside out. He may hit Mike Nevins, and Evans is looking for it. Looks like New York will call a set play. They're in a slant offense. Look for the second guy in the line to make the hard cut. Nope, goes to the first man, wide open, swing pass. Thrown, upfield, it's down. Matt Jefferson grounds the disc. Tsunami on the left side, near their own goal. Running their O. Trying to swing. Has to swing. Dave Hill with the disc. No one's open. He may use a TO. No, throws. Oh, and dropped by Johnny D. Mike Giannis got the disc being hounded by Noel Kaufman. Throws right, wide open. Dennis Worston about 5 yards away. Looks left. Throws right. Oh, throwaway. Could be coming back, though. Looks like a foul. So intended receiver was Blair O'Connor.
Ground by Brad Westmoreland there. That's going to come back.
Drew the foul. It's going to come back. About 5 yards away. Watch New York try to swing the disc. Dennis trying to force against the mark to throw down the sideline left, being trapped. Not much hammer. Blair O'Connor, no! Dave Blau for the goal! High score, 3-3. Ben Usati, 19-year-old, out of New York City with the pull. Underneath it, Bad Nodine, back from the injury that he sustained earlier. Eric Cochran guarding him. Looks, has nothing. Great grab over here by the right by the goal line. Back over to Thad. Thad looking deep, has Bert sick. Bert over the left side to Rick Geyer. Geyer being guarded by Ron, New York. Looking long, upfield. Tom Funkhauser with the drop in his hands.
I'm guessing that the count was pretty high because of that throw. It looked pretty much like a desperation throw upfield. Didn't have any men open and just tossed it away downfield. If you're going to throw it away, though, that's where you want to throw it away.
Ben Usati with the disc. Throws a hammer upfield, wide open Paul Shields. Being guarded by Tom Funkhauser. Shields with a finger flick upfield. Ron off of his hands. He makes the grab, though. Is he inbounds? Yes. Rick Geyer to Usati with the swing. He's going to try to go to the right side. Foul called in the middle of the field. Play will stop. Mike Turoff was hit. He went down. Foul was called. Look for New York to swing the disc. Fees in. Upfield, blocked, intercepted actually by Dave Hill. Great grab. Over to the In midfield. Thad looks right, throws long, beautiful throw. Mike Turoff in pursuit, can't get there. 4-3 Tsunami, Dave Hill.
Not a smart throw by the Tsunami player up the sideline. There was a questionable overhead up the sideline, floated a little bit, and the defender had no trouble getting to it. And again, I think that's just a case of nerves early in the game.
Kerry Carter getting ready to pull. Goes by the nickname KK. Kerry Carter.
KK, come on, buddy.
Getting ready. Here's the pull from Kerry Carter. South Bay leads 4-3. Downfield, New York. One of the few pulls they've actually caught. Mike Yonda over to Pat King, left side, about 5 yards up of their own end zone. Being guarded by Kerry Carter. Pat looks right. Nice grab by Mike Nevins. Nevins into the left. Throwaway. Had two cuts, couldn't hit either of them. Masher with the disc, being guarded by Bob Demand. Masher fakes, wide open. Marty Sazek by the goal, 5 yards out. Wide open. It's a goal. 5-3 South Bay. Pulling off Masher for South Bay. 5-3. New York is down. Mike Yonda catching the pull, letting it hit, letting South Bay set up their D, not catching the disc and moving it up. They're going to set their O. Mike Yonda is playing a game at least 10 years. Being guarded by Bob Polaris, Western Regional Coordinator. Throws near the side. Pat King easily inbounds. Off man, someone's open. Masher's man is upfield. Bob Demand has the disc. Throw, swing pass to Pat King. Over to the right side. Over to Mike Nevins. Nevins, middle of about 50-yard line. He was fouled.
I might disagree with that. We have our first show of emotion here today. They're turning towards the sideline. They asked one of the observers what he thought.
Chris Young trying to explain to him what he did. Nevin says he was fouled. It'll be a foul. Play will stop. See what South Bay does here. Looks like FM, force middle D. Going to make New York swing the disc.
And it looked to me like he definitely got hit there. I know there's a lot of discussion on positioning and who has the right of way, but there was contact there, and in that case I would have to say it was...
Nevins hammer upfield. Grab by Kenny Dobbins. A great grab, 5-4 New York. Great grab.
Right there's New York's team leader. If anybody's going to inspire them to come back and take the lead, it's going to be him.
Okay, Chris Phillips with the disc, throwing, pulling off. Pretty good pull, driving South Bay back to their goal line. They play it. They're attacking the pull, right up the field. Thad Nodine throws to Rickard, throws long, wide open. Brad Bush for the goal, 6-4, just like that. South Bay, a lot of their players have been playing together in college. Many of them are Stanford alumni graduates, and they invented the offense that most teams use today, the Stanford O, using set offenses with swings and using various plays off the stoppages. Here's the pull. Nice pull. Tsunami driving Pat King back to the end of his goal line, end of his goal. To the end line, he's walking it up, slow. Hayward Robinson going to be marking Pat. Here you have the stack. New York's in the stack. Look for their second cut or two cut to make the first one. No, Dobbins off the first cut. Then Boston, Cream Boston. No one's open. Bob Demand's open. He's got the grab. Ooh, with Kerry Carter all over him. Brad Westmoreland all over him. Foul called. Might mention that Bob Demand, first year playing club level. He went to East Carolina State, and he's really done a heck of a job at this tournament. He's been used quite often on the O. He's very steady, big target, rarely makes a mistake.
I want to watch for Ken Dobbins. There he is, coming from the back.
Yes, that's a set play. Is he in bounds? What's the call? Foul. It's coming back. He was OB. Bob DeMann on the, was being marked by Brad Westmoreland, was fouled on the throw. If it was complete, it would be a play on. Obviously, Kenny tried to stay in, was not in bounds.
That's another set play off the Stanford offense. They run those set plays where the fifth, sixth man in line cuts to the sideline. Very hard to cover.
Here we go. Bob DeMann hitting, looking for Dave Blau. Foul called right in front of us. Marty Sazak. We'll have a little bit of an argument here. Crowd doesn't agree. Both players were right there. Dave Blau on New York says that Marty Sazak was all over his right arm as he was going for the disc. It'll probably end up going to the observer because it's a heated game. See what happens.
One thing you might want to remember when talking about the crowd reactions is that this is also a classic battle of East versus West, as it usually winds up being. And you have fans here in the stands come from all over the country. You've got people out here from California, Oregon, as well as the Northeast region contingent. So a lot of the crowd reactions will probably be based on partisan lines, depending on where you live and where you're from.
Not only that, but South Bay's defending champions. Many people do not like the defending champions to repeat. It'll be the first time since 1980, Glassboro State, to do such a thing. It's really hard to repeat. Right now, Tsunami up 6-4. Blau was fouled. Dave Blau on the right side, right in front of us, calls the outlet call. All over to foul. Ooh. Mike Yonda was hit by Dave Hill. Dave gives him a hand, picks him up off the ground, has the disc, settles his defense, puts it into play. Straight up marking here, going for the block. No, Pat King being guarded by Hayward. Dobbins, very tough. Steve Corlang all over him. Thrown cross field. Swung, cross field by Mike Yonda. Caught the pass, Pat King wide open to Bob DeMann. It's a goal, 6-5 New York, to Tsunami, New York scores. Mike Turoff pulling for New York. They're trailing 6-5. Neither team has used a timeout yet. It's a brutal man-to-man game. Neither team has played in the zone. There's no win. Burke's sick with the disc. Throws cross field. Thad Nodine looks, throws long. Ron easily intercepts. There's a call being made here. Uh-oh. Masher making a call. This is going to be an argument. The crowd's going crazy. They disagree. Thad Nodine, yes, here it is. He's wide open. Has a disc in the middle of the field. Kerry Carter looks, fakes, wide open Masher. Good effort by Billy Rodriguez, diving chance. Just missed. Masher hits Noel Kaufman. Andy Shimano, foot block. Tries some foot blocking. Looks right again. Nice grab by Masher with Rodriguez all over him. Rodriguez, hands up. Masher with the pivot. Looks left. Has Corlang open. Hammer, beautiful, wide open for the goal. Dave Hill, 7-5 Tsunami.
Nice little jump pass there. Very effective when you've got somebody good marking you there, and they're covering both your backhand and your forehand. A lot of times all that's left is for you to dump the disc over the man's head like that.
Here's the pull. 7-5 Tsunami over New York. Pat King lets it roll out of bounds. This is the first time the disc is been thrown out of bounds. The pull coming in the middle of the field, 15 yards up.
It's a big point, Andy. Nobody's been down 3 at this game. Tsunami has the opportunity to go up 3 if they can get New York to turn the disc over.
New York in the stack. Look again for Kenny Dobbins to make the first cut. No, Skippy Kuhn, wide open, right side, great grab, inbounds, beautiful grab. Being marked by John Morrison, hard marking, counts up, has Pat King wide open on the swing. Pat looks left, has Mike Evans in the right, to Pat, to the right side, flows moving for New York. Pat, crossfield backhand, wide open, Dave Blau, look for a finger flick to the right side. Oh. Pick called, play stops. Dave Blau will have the disc on the left side, about 20 yards out. New York needs to score, but down 7-5. Fast-paced game. Neither team has called a timeout. Neither team has played any zone. Been very little win, man-to-man all the way. Rick Dyer puts the disc in. Blau throws back in Dobbins for a goal. 7-6.
Not Okay, Kenny Dobbins coming up very big there when he needs it. His second goal of the game, and probably not the last one either.
Not for you, buddy.
Hayward Robinson picks it up, wide open. Brad Westmoreland looks, has Vince Birch wide. It's open in the middle of the field. He's got the disc, throws, swings. Noel Kaufman throws deep. Who's open? Rick Geyer with the grab. About 8 yards out. Geyer looks for the swing, has it. Westmoreland. Westmoreland throws right. Has Tom Funkhauser. Funk, as he's known, throws wide open. Rick Geyer. That's an old Stanford connection. 8-6.
You might want to notice you haven't seen a turnover in quite a while. That first second point was long, but we've actually picked up the action now.
South Bay leading 8-6. Mike Yonda from New York got the disc over to Nevins, to Dobbins on the left side. He throws. He was fouled. He was hammered. Yes, he was hammered. Kenny drawing the foul. He figures that the guy's all over him. He'll throw it anyway. It's going to come back. Marty Stazak. Marty Stazak fouled him. They were talking about it. Disc will be in play about 15 yards outside of New York's end zone. Dobbins looking for something. Has Pat King wide open. Pat being guarded by Kerry Carter. KK. Force middle D, looks like. Wide open is Bob Demand. Masher on him, off him actually, cutting the angle. Oh, man down. No, he's okay. He gets up. Kareem Basta with the disc. Foul called.
I want to tell you something. Pat King was wide open on that last sequence for a good several cuts. They got to get somebody to stay with him. He's turning into a large percentage of their offense here early in the game. He's been wide open.
They got to get him the disc. Basta, Kareem Basta has the disc about 40 yards, 30 yards out of his own end zone. He throws, it's a foul. Howard Jaffe fouled him. Kareem had no cutters. Kareem favors the finger flick, the two finger, had nobody open, tried to go backhand, was blocked, called the foul. Argument going on, going to the observer as to whether or not it was a foul. Clearly it was a foul. Crowd asking for the players to settle it, the dispute, get the game going. Tsunami up 8-6, New York needs to score. No one's led by more than 2. New York was up 2-0. Tsunami up 3-2. Traded goals for a bit. 2-goal lead for Tsunami now, 8-6. They've held it since about 5-3.
2-0, and Tsunami ran off 3 goals in a row to take the lead there.
Okay, Dr. Jaffe, an oncologist in San Francisco. Hands it to Kareem Basta. Throws a finger flick. No. Throwaway. Second throwaway of the game. Intended receiver was Ken Dobbins. This is big. Masher near us, about 30 yards out. Throwaway.
Masher there.
Mike Yonda intercepted it over Bob Demand. Bob having trouble trying to get rid of the disc. Masher off him, guarding against trying to guard the angles. Over to Pat King. Left side, throws finger flick. Long throw, no, it's OB, way out of bounds.
Set him up, Cribber. Set him up big time, Cribber.
Actually, no timeout. Check that. Howard Jaffe with the disc. Contested timeout. Over to Masher. Masher wide open. Kerry Carter. Looks, fakes. Finger flick wide open. Tommy D. Over to the right side. Dave Lobs fakes. Wide open Masher with the swing. Wide open again. Completes the swing to Marty. Throws long. Kerry Carter and Pat King. It's a goal. 3-goal lead. First time, 9-6. Kerry Carter with the pull for South Bay. It's a nice one. Downfield, Matt Jefferson to put it into play for New York. By his goal line. Walks it up very slowly. New York in the set offense. Looks for Skippy, wide open on the right side, has it. Check that left side. Skippy looking, has nothing. Dennis, great grab, one-handed grab here on the left side again. Force middle, Vince on him. Has Matty J. Maddie being guarded closely. Overthrow, nice grab. Dave Blau with the backup, very nice grab to Kenny Dobbins in midfield. Hayward Robinson on him. Kenny fakes, throws long, wide open. Skippy Kuhn, 9-7, Tsunami. All right, here's Dennis again with the pull. Looks like it's landing in the same spot in the back of the end zone. Hayward Robertson underneath it, grabs it, runs it up to the line. Ben Usati throwing crossfield to Vince. That's a good matchup that we talked about earlier. Dennis Worson and Vince Birch. Wide open, Birch sick. Looking for cutters. Plays called, pick. Pick was, no, injury timeout. Aram Flores, no, excuse me, check that. Tom Funkhauser pulled his right hamstring. He goes out of the game. Brad Westmoreland comes back in on offense for South Bay.
He doesn't look seriously hurt there. He's just going to take a rest for this point, and we'll probably see him next point.
Probably stretch his hamstring out.
He's trying to get some ice.
Foul called, middle of the field, Bert Sick with the disc for Tsunami. South Bay's Tsunami being marked by New York's Matt Jefferson. Bert puts the disc in, fakes, has nothing, calls timeout. He had nothing, he fell down, trying to pivot to get the disc to someone. His man fell down. Count was getting up, called timeout.
And a great defensive play there by John Gortz. He's matched against Brad Westmoreland, who has a distinct size advantage, but Johnny Gort's one of the best defensive players in the game, and Brad's a great player. He's going to have his hands full.
And it's caught by Rick Geyer, midfield. Rick throws hammer, wide open, and it's a goal. Vince Birch scores another. It's now 10-7, Tsunami.
Well, I tell you what, a toss by Burt there off the high stall count.
Here's the pull by Westmoreland, South Bay. Nice pull by Brad Westmoreland. Mike Nevin slowly walks it upfield.
Big point for New York. They got to have this one.
Nevins being guarded by KK. Over to Dave Blau. Blau, wide open Dobbins. Stays there. Stays with him. Wide open, deep. Bob DeMann. It's a goal. Set play. 10-8 New York. That goal also seemingly has buoyed the New York sideline. The defensive team is fresh. They're raring to go. Skip Kuhn with the pull. Skip Kuhn with the pull. KK. Over to Masher. Without even looking, throws upfield. Wide open Brad. In the middle of the field. Vince, excuse me. Vince. Over to KK. Travel called. KK to Masher. About 20 yards out, 25 yards out. Masher traveled. Being marked by Gewurz. He made the call. Stops play. Masher calling a set, calling for something. Wide open. Vince has a disc. Over to Noel Kaufman. Traveled a little bit, no call. Fakes. Has nothing. Has nothing. Throws crossfield, wide open. Bert Sick. Sick fakes. Wide open. Vince. Oh, and it's a goal to KK. Kerry Carter. And that's halftime. 11-8. Tsunami.
Great sequence by Tsunami there. They came out, and instead of trying to pump it in and take it to half right away, they took 13, 14, 15 passes and just grounded in. None of those passes was even really contested by the New York defense. That's why Tsunami is considered to have one of the best offenses in Ultimate Frisbee today.
The last half of Ultimate 1989 begins. Masher, South Bay, moving left to right with the pull. Right corner, grab, Put into play by Mike Nevins. Over to Pat King. Pat fakes right, throws right, has Nevins. Nevins, finger flick upfield to Blau. Blau, looking deep, has no one. There's Dennis Worson underneath. Dennis tucks it, long, Dobbins is wide open, oh, deep, and it's a goal, New York, 11-9.
I'll tell you, what makes Kenny Dobbins so hard to cover is that you know he's always going to be around the disc, so you have to respect his move back to the thrower. But when he breaks for the end zone, all he needs is a couple of steps, and Dennis put it right in his gut there. That's a real big goal for New York.
Huge goal, and as New York puts in fresh troops, there seems to be a little bit more spring in their legs. Defense looks extremely psyched. Congratulating Dennis as he comes off the field with the goal. Assist from Dennis Worson. Skip Kuhn with the pull. Nice one. Heading down right side. Thad Nodine lets it fall out of bounds. He'll bring it up at the 15 in the middle of the field. If the pull lands out of bounds, not in the field of play, the defense has the option to take it in the middle of the field, 15 yards up. That's what Thad elects to do. He's walking it up. It's in place. Skip Kuhn marking him closely. Defense is tough. Oh, a near block by Paul Shields. Thrown upfield. Bertzik will not be able to get that. But a great diving grab near the goal line by Rick Irie. Outlets it over to Kerry. Kerry Carter. Throws for the goal to Rick Geyer. Now that was a great point.
Rick Geyer, again, finished up the first half in similar fashion. He just saved the Tsunami there.
Here we go. Dave Lobbs with the pull. Mike Nevins underneath. Got 5 yards up from his end zone. Over to Mike Yonda. Yonda being guarded closely. Straight up D. Noel Kaufman up the sideline to Blau. Blau on the left side. 30 yards up from his own goal. Being marked closely. Dave Lobbs. Lobbs unable to stop the swing pass to Nevins. Nevins back across the left side to Yonda. Yonda look inside out. Looking, faking, has Matt Jefferson. Throws inside out to great grab by Nevins over here on the left side. Being guarded by Howard Jaffe. He just got his foot stepped on. Play stops. Nevins going to walk it off. The flow is moving quite nicely for New York there, Scott.
Yeah, they took the disc up the sideline very nicely on a nice inside-out throw there, breaking the defense open. Look for Nevins to set up a play here on the sideline.
Nevins about to pick up the disc. Howard Jaffe going to give it to him. No stall count. New York about 20 yards out. Foul called. Disc is up. Blau has it. Catch good. Throws to Dobbins for the goal. 12-10 Tsunami.
That's a good heads-up play there. Even when a foul's called, the play continues until the disc hits the ground, and the offense took advantage of that factor. Kenny Dobbins lost his man in the end zone for another goal.
Dennis Worston with the pull into the wind. A little bit shorter than normal, being affected by the wind. It's tailing out of bounds. No, it's going to land in. Brad Westmoreland with the disc. There's a play deep. Oh, it's hanging up there. Dave Lobbs with a terrific grab. John Gewirtz almost had it deep. And it's a goal. Tsunami, great play. 13-10, the crowd loves it. Loves it.
Once again, Tsunami with a questionable errant throw, and one of their players making a great play. Dave Lobbs there, skying over.
Heck scored the goal for South Bay. On the grab, after the grab by Dave Lobbs, threw it cross field, about a 40-yard backhand. Beat Billy Rodriguez, Peter Heck did, but it's coming back. Crowd does not like it at all, Scott.
Nevertheless, a great play. If he hadn't caught that disc, it would be New York disc right now, either way, regardless of the injury.
That's right. There were two guys converging, one of which was John Gewirtz. He came up empty-handed, couldn't believe it. Thought he had the beat on it. Lobbs got it. Now there's discussion.
Lobbs timed that one perfectly. He just elevated himself and pulled that one right out of there.
Well, I'll tell you, New York's defense is a lot more hectic. They realize their backs to the wall. B's in. Ben Usati guarding closely. Has nothing. Has a swing to Westmoreland. Being guarded by Ron. Westmoreland, finger flick, crossfield, has Lobbs. Lobbs looking outlet, doesn't have Bert Sick. Does have Peter Hecht. Peter Hecht fakes, has Billy Rodriguez all over him. Hecht looks, has Howard, no, to Westmoreland on the left side. About 25 yards out. Hold up, plays called, pick called, back to the throw. Or the play before that when Dave Lobbs went up, disc held up because of the wind. Peter Hecht will have it back in the middle of the field. Field is 70 yards long by 40 yards wide. Say he's about halfway. He's making a call. In the Stanford O. Noel Kaufman wide open, can't hit him. Peter Hecht. Ooh, a diving try by Ben Usati. Bert Sick wide open, tries to milk it. Is he in? Yes, it's a goal. Tsunami, three-goal lead, maintains a 3-goal lead, 13-10. Okay, 13-10. Noel Kaufman from South Bay Tsunami with the pull. Tailing out of bounds. Green Boston back in the game. Will take it at the 15 in the middle of the field. He slowly walks it up. See what South Bay's defense can do. Scott, they really haven't been that effective in stopping New York.
No, they haven't, and the reason that they were staked to that 3-goal lead is New York made a couple of mistakes there in the middle of that first half.
Here's Kareem Basta looking for Dave Blau. Has him wide open. Is he in bounds? Yes, he was upended, but he's in bounds. Marty Stasak on him. Straight up D. Not allowing him down the line. He does throw anyway to Dobbins. Wide open. Geyer. Long throw by Dobbins to Pat King. Will he stay in? Throws it back in. Unbelievable play. Kareem Basta scores. Oh my God. An unbelievable play.
I tell you, they talk about that play, and that's the kind of play that everybody tries to practice when they're just fooling around the sideline before the game, and that is just unbelievable. I tell you, New York needed something to pick them up, and I think that should do it, Andy.
I'll tell you, Scott, this crowd is going crazy over that play.
If one play can turn a game around, I think that's pretty much the one you're going to look for.
Well, let's see. Here's the pull. New York wearing blue. Dennis Worston throws deep. Tsunami, South Bay Tsunami in white. Thad Nodine puts it into play. Westmoreland had the disc on the sideline, threw it, and they called it travel. Dennis called travel on Westmoreland. Stopped the play. I was given a statistic earlier in the second half of this game. In the first half, New York had 14 calls. Tsunami had 12. Total of 26 for the game.
Not really a nasty first half. All the discussions were pretty much kept to a minimum, with the exception of maybe 2 of them, and they're working out their problems.
Disc is in. Westmoreland has KK. KK fakes. Has Geyer. Geyer on the right side being guarded by Paul Shield. Crossfield, nice grab by Thad Nodine. Being hounded by John Gewirtz. Foul called by Thad. That terrific play by Pat King. Thad Nodine. Oh, a diving attempt by Dennis over to Westmoreland. Westmoreland. Dave Lobbs being hounded by Ben Usati. Crossfield and in the middle of the field, up the swing to Westmoreland. Fakes right. Oh, and a goal. Excuse me, that was KK to Westmoreland. In the corner to Steve Corlang. We haven't called his name very often, but he's been doing a good job out there. It's now 14-11 Tsunami. Dave Lobbs pulling for Tsunami. Dave Lobbs throwing deep on the pull is Mike Yonda with Noel Kaufman right on his tail on the deep. Dave over to Dave Blau, to Pat King to the right side. New York swinging the disc. Throwing long, going to Dobbins. Marty Stazak is step for step with Dobbins. Dobbins timing it, goes up and he gets it. A terrific grab.
Well, once again, there you have it, your team leader. And they look to him whenever they get into a little bit of trouble there. He posted up in the middle of the field, made a quick jab fake towards the disc, and took his man long. Not a great throw, but man, he read the disc and he timed that perfectly, and he is single-handedly keeping him in this game.
But New York needs to get a defensive block or force Tsunami into an error. It's 14-12. Skip Kuhn, pull off for New York. New York in blue, pulling to South Bay Tsunami in white. Hayward Robinson has the disc over to Thad Nodine. Thad, they're in a zone. First time zone's been played today. See if it slows anything up for South Bay. Thad over to Vince. Vince over to Noel. They're moving it quite nicely. Geyer has it over to Thad. Nice swing. Over to KK. KK swings it over to Masher. Oh, they're working this very nicely. Vince has the disc in the middle for Masher. He'll swing it back. over to Masher. Masher across to Thad. Thad over to Noel. Blair O'Connor trying to mark him, trying to force a bad throw. Is he in? Oh, another play, oh my God! 2-in-1 game! Oh my God! Rick Geyer on a pass from Noel Kaufman, heading out of bounds, stayed in, last second left, caught it, threw it back in to Vince. Unbelievable. New York, 1987 national champion. Was knocked out of last year's tournament by South Bay. Here's the pull. KK with the pull. Kareem Basta grabbing the disc at his own 20. Fakes left, throws, fakes right, throws left. Pat King has it, being marked by KK. Mike Yonda being marked closely by Bob Polaris. Upfield to Nevins, Mike Nevins. Nevins throws upfield to Dave Blau, wide open, looking for Dobbins, no doubt. No. Throws an outlet to Pat King, he's got it. Flow's moving, all the way to Yonda on the left side. Yonda throws inside out, no, fakes. Bob Polaris marking him. Here's trying to get a swing pass, has nothing. Counts up, throws cross field. And it's a diving grab by Dennis for a goal. 15-13.
Yes, Dennis, just what a grab, I tell you.
Walter Vandeshaft to pull for New York. Throws, little short. KK has it. Ooh, diving grab by Westmoreland. Westmoreland has Noel. Noel with Cochran all over. Mayor Cochran hounding him. Throws up. Peter Heck with the grab, cross field. Being guarded by Ron of New York. Nice swing pass. Dave Hill over to Bert Sick. Bert on the right side. Got the swing. KK moving. Being guarded by Paul Shields about 20 yards out. Thrown. Great grab by Noel. Is he in? Yes, it's a goal. Scored by Dave Hill. Makes it 16-13. South Bay Tsunami leading 16-13. Masher pulls to New York. Mike Yonda played a hell of a game for New York. Has a disc. Right side. Over to Skip Kuhn. Skip throws inside out. Backhand across to Dobbins on the right side. Being guarded by Rick Geyer. Dobbins has nothing. Throws upfield. Has Dennis is inbounds. Takes a great grab. Vince is on him. They've been at it all game. Play stoppage. Uh-oh. Sideline of both teams are involved in some sort of discussion. Yeah, oh, right, exactly. Whatever the call was, whether or not, I guess the issue was whether or not Dennis was inbound. He was clearly inbound. Has a disc. Vince, hammer, cross field. Oh, it's blocked. What's the call? Is it D? Yes. Marty Stasiak with a D.
And that's the first block we've seen in a while. The pressure is really on New York's defense right now. Tsunami scores this. They stake themselves to a 4-goal lead for the first time in the game. Big sequence right here.
Steve Corlang, South Bay, slowly walking the disc upfield. Being guarded by Skip Kuhn. Has the swing. Takes Masher. Masher, back cross to the left. Rick Geyer. Rick Geyer looks long. Oh my God. Oh, terrible throw. Almost caught by Vince. Dennis has it. Crossfield to Pat. They're on transition. In transition right now. Pat calls the foul. It's thrown. It's playable. Great grab by Mike Yonda. Great grab by Kenny Dobbins. Play. Oh, Dobbins. Okay, let's set the record straight here. Pat King threw, was fouled. Mike Yonda made a great grab. Picked himself up, threw it to Kenny. He himself made a great grab. What Johnny D is saying is that when Mike Yonda threw it to Kenny, there was a travel.
Very emotional player, Mr. Dobbins, for those of you who are unfamiliar with him. And he just basically fired a blade back to the thrower there. And they're going to take it all over again.
Well, Dobbins is doing that both out of frustration, but also psyching his team up. He knows that he's fired up. He wants to get his teammates equally fired. Mike Yonda looking right, throws right. Ooh, great grab by Kenny. With Rick Geyer all over him. Kenny looks right. Pivots right. Looks right again. Has someone. Pat King for the goal. No, yes. It's now 16-14.
If you're not familiar with Ultimate or you've never played before, this is a sport to be involved in. Definitely the sport of the future. You're seeing the best teams in the country right now, but there are approximately 500 teams now in the United States alone. endless summer leagues. Check with people in your community about getting involved in the sport of ultimate. It's just a great way to spend an afternoon.
Skip Kuhn with the pull for New York. Thad Nodine, about 10 yards up from his own end zone, lets it drop. New York is in the zone again. Thad hits Howie. Dr. Jaffe over to Noel Kaufman, back over to Thad Nodine on the right side. Thad, upside down throw to Bert Sick. Bert, one of the quarterbacks on the squad, looks left, throws right, over to Thad. Thad, hammer, wide open. Oh, the outstretched arms of Ben Usati. Oh my God, a risky throw by Westmoreland. Oh, this is a critical play. Skip Kuhn intercepts over to Ben Usati. To John Gewirtz, calls timeout. Getting the disc back on the zone. Gewirtz puts it in. Throws to the right side. Has Skippy. Steve Corline all over him. Dobbins has the disc. Back to Skippy. Left side. Midfield. Looks left. Looks right. Using the mark. Has Ben Usati wide open. Ben settles the disc. Throws it back to Gewirtz. Gewirtz. Finger flick upfield. Nice grab by Paul Shield. Thad Nodine. On him. Has something upfield. Skip Kuhn wide open. Swings it to Ben. Ben Usati. His outlet falls down. Throws for the goal. And it's a goal. Walter Vanderschaft. 64 is not in. Now it's in. Ben Usati. 16-15. Tsunami getting the goal after the turnover. They create the turnover. Here's the pull by Dennis Worston. Thad Nodine brings it, catches it, brings it up to Bert Sick. It's in his zone again. They're in his zone. Thad Nodine. Hammer. Crossfield to Masher. Masher. Nice play to Dave Lobbs. Lobbs has it over to Geyer. Geyer to Sick. To Westmoreland. No, excuse me, KK. KK has the disc. Travel called. New York in his zone, 2-3-2. Tsunami looking to swing the disc and work it through the middle. Stalls counters at 7. KK with the disc. Blair throws it up, inside out. Upside down, excuse me. So KK throws it to Thad. Thad looking. Over to Bert Sick. Sick, Blair O'Connor all over him. Sick, crossfield to Thad. Now they're moving. No one in the middle. Geyer hits Vince. Vince on the left side being marked by Andy Sheeman. Crossfield to Bert Sick. Doesn't have anything. Has the middle. Over to Vince. Vince looks to swing. Does. Back to Bert. Bert doesn't have any swings. Into the middle. Foul called. Blair O'Connor makes a second travel call. Makes a second travel call at this point. He'll watch how he does it. He hands it in upside down. It gives the defense a little bit more time on the count. About a half second. Bert will need to flip it over. It's an old play they use in New York. Sick has Vince. Vince pivots in the middle field being marked by Andy Sheeman. Can't seem to hit anyone. Looked like he was fouled, no call. Over to Thad. They're using a two-man attack, being marked heavily by Andy Sheeman. What do you see here, Scott?
I tell you, the zone defense is looking a little better than it did last time down. It's putting a lot of pressure on the Tsunami players to make good throws and good catches.
Yes, the markers are doing a great job. The middle seems to be vulnerable. Let's see if they try to go up through the middle again. Here's the swing to Bert. Bert swings it to Rick Geyer. Geyer looks long, has the swing. No. Foul called before the throw. Geyer did not get it off in time. Blair O'Connor marking very hard, working extremely hard to get the disc back for his team. Rick Geyer. Stall's count is on 3. We'll get the disc. Stall count is at 0. Correction. Check that. Stall count is at 0. O'Connor hands it in to Geyer. Geyer. Crossfield blade to Thad. They're not moving it. They're just moving it back and forth. There's no movement upfield to Sick. Back to Thad. Nodine. Nodine looking for something. Has the hammer. Over to Masher. Masher now on the sideline. Gets around his mark. Over to Thad. Swing to Bert. Over to KK. KK looking for Vince in the middle. Oh, and there it is. Big turnover by KK. New York's going to tie the game. They settle it. No one's picked up the disc yet. No count.
He's got to buckle down here, else we'll have a tie game.
John Gewurz. John Gewurz with the disc. Foul called, and it's a goal anyway. Nevins.
Hi, Mom.
Dennis Worston pulling at 16 all. 1989 National Championships. Disc looks like it's going to be tailing out of bounds, and it is. They'll take it in the middle of the field. Gad Nodine. It's a zone. 2-3-2 zone, New York. Thad slowly walking it up. Oh, interesting pass. Vince grabs it.
They're looking very nervous right now.
Over to Bert. Bert's sick. Over to Thad. Thad over to Dave Lobbs. Dave Lobbs, hammer back over to Bert Sick. Vince on the left side. Over to Howard Jaffe in the middle. Jaffe playing the slot, trying to get the disc into Bert Sick's hands. He has it. They're moving the slots quite nicely. Sick to Nodine, to Lobbs, to Rick Geyer. They're going to have to swing it again. Oh, is he open? He is. It's a goal. 17-16. South Bay easily shredding New York there. Here's the pull. South Bay leads 17-16. Pat King for New York at his own goal line. Cross field to Skip Kuhn. Skip looking for Dobbins, doesn't happen. Has Pat wide open. Has Blau wide open. Has the grab. Dave Lobbs on him. Cross field to Pat King. Pat settles, throws right to Dobbins with Stazak all over him. Kenny with a great grab. Has on the right side. Looks to swing. Has Mike Yonda. Yonda being grabbed by... Yonda was fouled. What happened there? Travel call. Mike Yonda travel.
Outside, outside, outside!
Oh, come on! Good job, Chris. They need to get the disc back. 17 all. Defense of New York is in. Ben Usati, Billy Rodriguez. We have Ron. Skip Kuhn with the disc. Paul Shields. Walter Vanderschaft and Chris Phillips. Could be a Z team zone. In for South Bay. Long pull. Skip Kuhn. Thad Nodine with the disc. It's a zone. Thad with the disc. Back out to Bert. Bert, they're playing off him. Over to the sideline. Back to Bert. Bert Sick. Over to Thad. Yes, they're back in their own end zone now. Across field back to Bert. They're going to need to throw something to break the zone. Bert Sick having trouble. Swings out to KK. KK over to Bert Sick. In the middle to Noel, but it looks like there's a travel call. It'll go back. Really, Bert Sick end zones are 25 yards long, deep, meaning that Bert Sick is probably in the middle of his end zone. New York's defense pushing him back. Thad Nodine can't complete the swing. There is no slot, and he's asking for it. No one working the middle of the zone. What happened there? Looks like a timeout. Sick. Nothing. Nothing. Has him over in the middle. Can't hit. Can't use him. Has KK on the left side. KK. KK. Has nothing. Throws it to Bert. Back to KK. They're really bottled up. KK getting frustrated, has nothing. Has the swing, gets it to Bertzik. Now they may have broken it. No swing. Great grab, and it's a drop. Foul called. Oh, Bertzik grounded a low throw, but he was hit. That's what caused the low throw.
Once again, Tsunami is just stuck in their end zone. There's nothing happening. There is no man coming into the slot there. Walter is in there in defense all by himself.
Bertzik has the disc. Back over to KK on the left side. Back near his end zone. Paul Shields marking. Hand up to try to stop the hammer throw. Here comes something. Here comes a hammer. Nice grab by Geyer. Geyer over to Thad. Thad a crossover to Dave Lobbs. Nothing in the middle. Crossfield, there it is. To Noel Kaufman. Here's a long shot. Oh my God. Skip Kuhn, he's got leaping ability. Oh, what a grab. A very ill-advised throw, and I thought Skip Kuhn with a great grab. Let's see the transition D. Hammer upfield to Walter. Over to Ben Usati. Fakes right, goes left. Ron has it. Great grab. Being marked hard by Dave Lobb. Chris Phillips has the disc. Chris Phillips throws. Great grab by Ben Usati. Usati being marked by KK. Fakes right. Throws. What's he got? Was it a goal or not? Was he inbounds? Yes, he was! Unbelievable grab by Chris Phillips. New York takes its first lead. It's early on in the game, 18-17. Here's the pull from New York's Dennis Worston. It's a good one. Driving Thad Nodine back to the back of his end zone. And he'll take it in the 15.
You'd have to say that the pressure is definitely on the San Francisco team here. New York has scored 5 out of the last 6 goals. And basically what they're saying to Tsunami is that if you're going to win this, you got to work against our zone defense.
Disc landed out of bounds, so Thad is going to take it at the 15 in the middle of the field. It's a zone. Thad Nodine with John Gewirtz marking him. Over to Masher. Masher swings it to Thad. Thad has nothing. Hammer cross field. Marty Staszak has it. Doesn't have anything. He has to swing. There he is in the middle. No, he's not going to use him. Cross field to Masher. Masher blocked by John Gewirtz, and it's a goal by Dobbins. Not in, no? Is he in? Goal, New York, 1917. Unbelievable block by John Gewirtz.
And the longer that New York plays that zone defense, and the longer that Tsunami goes without beating it, the harder it gets, and the harder it gets to make that throw. They need to make one.
Here's the pull. Skip Kuhn. New York coming down in the zone. Bertzik with the disc. Over to Thad Nodine. Thad, wide open. Marty, crossfield to Howard. Howard looks, swings to Thad. Thad on the right side. Looks hammer, has him wide open. It's broken. Over to Geyer to Jaffe. Jaffe looks, swings to Nodine. The points are not really working hard here. Now they're in. There's the slot. It's blocked by Chris Phillips. And he's hurt. Unbelievable. What a great diving block, Chris Phillips, and he's down, he's hurt. But it's going to be New York's disc leading 19-17. Disc is put into play. Skip Kuhn will take the disc, walking up very slowly, asking his team to get into a stack. Look for Dobbins to make, no, it's a slant. Using it, no. Has Dobbins, no. May have to use a timeout if he has no one open. And it's thrown away. It's a turnover. Oh, something called. Foul called. Skip getting the disc back. Skip Kuhn with the disc being guarded by Brad Westmoreland. Over to John Gewirtz on the left side, back near his own end zone. Looking to throw his finger flick. That's his best throw. He has it. Dobbins has got it. Easy. Pick called. Back to the thrower. Go back to John Gewirtz. count? I don't know what the count. It's up. It must be very high. It's launched. And it is blocked. It is foul called before the throw. No, it's not. It's a turnover. Check that. Vince throws it in. No. Excuse me. Thad Nodine. Throws it in. Great grab by Bert Sick. Bert, looking for someone. Someone is hurt. Dobbins is down in the middle of the field. Collision with Vince. Big Vince. He is down. He's rattled. Did you see it, Scott?
No, I didn't see it, but obviously he took a good shot in the middle. But once again, he's not going out. He's not going anywhere.
No way. No way. Billy Rodriguez must have been there when... No, Bert doesn't have much. Has that. He can't get him. And it's a foul, though. It was a foul. It'll be coming back. Bert tried to break the trap against the force. He tried to throw it from right to left. Bert Sick still has it, has nothing. There's the swing to Hayward Robinson. Hayward looking, has Bert Sick open, can't hit him. Is fouled. It's fouled by John Gourds.
Man-to-man is looking mighty tough right now.
John Gourds. Hayward throws upfield, wide open. Marty Stazak. Great grab over Eric Cochran. Swing to Vince. Vince, not one of the main handlers, but he's been getting the disc lately. Wide open is Thad. Thad, pick call. Vince will have the disc being marked by Blau. Throw is up. And a grab. Great grab by Bert Sick. Here at the near sideline. It's being guarded by Walter Vanderschaft. Oh my God. Oh, what a grab. What a block by Paul Shields. Paul Shields made a great grab. Block, diving block against Thad Nodine. It's 19-17. Dave Blau has the disc. Vince on him. New York. Foul called.
Fouls. It's getting real nasty out there.
Dave Blau has the disc. Has to throw up the sideline. Wide open to skip. Oh, he dropped the disc. Oh, he was wide open. Let's see what South Bay can do here. Timeout called. Thad Nodine throws crossfield, picked off. Wide open, picked off by Billy Rodriguez to Eric Cochran. South Bay scrambling to find a man. It's grabbed by Paul Shields. 20-17, New York. 1 point, and New York will be the new national champions. 1 point away from being the new national champions. New York pulls off. Then Usabi with the pull. They're in a man-to-man. Vince has the disc. Noel, wide open. Uh-oh, who's off man? No, someone's open. Two people are down. It'll come back. Yeah. The disc is being put in. Noel to Steve Corlang. Corlang tried to settle. Has Masher. Great grab by Mash. Over to South Base. Vince. Vince trying to swing. Has nothing. Throws. Grabbed by Peter Hecht. Hecht fakes. Looks for Masher. Doesn't have anything. Has Noel Kaufman. Kaufman swings. Crossfield to Masher. Their offense is working a little bit now against the man. Wide open, Steve Corlang. Swings. Over to KK. KK settles. Tries to get a disc. Get a cutter. Has nothing. Back out to Peter Hecht. Pick call. Play will stop. Tsunami. Ron. Checking his defense. Hands it into Peter Hecht. Hecht pivots. Hits. Rick Geyer. Another call. Another pick. Play will stop. Rick Geyer will have the disc with Billy Rodriguez on him.
This is turning into a New York type pace game. A lot of.
Does not go to Geyer. It's back to Hecht. Pick occurred prior to the pass to Geyer. Ron will put it back in. Same spot. Hecht being forced in the middle of the field. Throws. Wide open is Masher. And it's a goal. Tsunami finally scores. 2018. It's been about 5 in a row. is capped. Masher throws off. Mike Yonda, reeling in back of his end zone, has the disc. Up to the left side to Pat King. Pat looking for Kenny underneath. Doesn't have him. Yes, has him on the right side. Wide open. Great grab by Dobbins on the left side. Dobbins looking. Has someone wide open. Pick called. Play stops. Dobbins made a nice grab on that sidelines. New York now has to move it off. Look for a long swing coming from left to right. Dobbins has the disc. There's the long swing. Dennis has it. Dennis throws. Wide open to Pat King. Not there. It's a turnover. Pat tried to. Great diving chance. Steve Corlang with the disc. Has no one. Throws a hammer. Wide open to Noel Kaufman. Play on. Play on is being called. Disc will remain in Noel Kaufman's hands. There was a foul called, but he got the throw off. Dennis grounded a pass to Pat King.
Tsunami got a big break there getting the disc back.
Here's Noel Kaufman. KK, not open. Great grab. Great grab. Where's by Hayward Robinson. It's going back. Pick was called. He's back to Noel Kaufman. Noel Kaufman to receive the disc from Dobbins. Straight up. Masher with the tough cut. He's got it with a great grab with Mike Nevins leaning all over him. Out to Steve Corlang for the swing. Corlang being guarded by Cream Pasta. Cross field, is he in bounds? He was in bounds. Noel Kaufman making a great shoot, keeping in bounds. Over to Masher. Swing. Masher looking to try to get it in. Foul called. We're being informed by the crowd that was the 61st call of the game. It was a foul. It was a pick. Masher has the disc. South Bay. Steve Corlang. Is he in? Not in. Oh. Does it count? We're not sure. The observers are unclear as to whether or not Steve Corlang was in. If he is, it's 2019. No, they're calling it back. They're in a set. Stack offense. Look for a three cut here. There it is. KK. Someone's off man. Foul called. No. Masher throws it. Wide open. Tommy D for the goal. It's now 2019. Unbelievable. Let me know. It's rolling. Okay, we're back live. 2019. Masher to pull. New York scores. They win the national championships. Pat King back in his own goal line. Lets it fall in the back. He'll have to walk it up. Darkness has fallen. If they do not score and Tsunami ties it at 20, the game will end when the first team reaches 22. Pat King looking for Kenny Dobbins. Does not have him. Has Skippy wide open on the left side. Skippy looks in the middle of the field. Being guarded by Marty Stazak. Marty marking hard. Bob, demand. Has the disc. Throws. Has Dave Blau on the right side. Being guarded by Hayward Robinson. Blau looking for Kenny. Calls timeout. Okay, Dave Blau called a wise timeout on the right side. The count is at 7. South Bay needs 3 seconds of D. They're looking for Skippy. And he's got it. Great try by Marty Stazak. Great grab by Skip Kuhn. Skip pivots. Looks right. Has someone. It's Kenny. Kenny on the right side, guarded by Rick Dyer. Flip throw to Pat. Pat King with the disc. Looks left. Rose has Dobbins with Dyer all over him. All the way open to King. Pat's open. He looks left. Has Mike Nevins for the goal. And it's over. New York wins. 21-19.
Well, that closes what turned out to be a fairly long day, but some great ultimate. We saw some things I've never seen before. And I want to thank Scott and Andy for doing a great job of commentating, and we look forward to seeing them again.
Yeah, thanks. That was just a great game, and again, it shows why the sport is called ultimate.
Once again, New York coming from behind in a great match, one of the best games in the last 5 years, beating South Bay Tsunami 21-19 in a great men's finals.
Andy, Scott, thanks a lot.